Hey guys, how you doing today? Let me see if I can adjust this just a little bit. Here's a new machine I bought. It is a combination machine where you can make pasta. It has an attachment here, an attachment, a blender where you can put on the back of this thing. So this is brand new. I just bought this from Amazon.com. And what I'm going to attempt to do today is make an orange spice cake. And I'm just going to make it by observing a few recipes and trying to get it just right, okay? So bear with me, and I'll show you one thing here before I put it on hold. This is orange, and therefore it's a navel orange. I just bought this the other day. But what I did is I used this and the small side here. I guess it's where you scrape it on here. And not the big side, just the small side. And I've come up with getting the orange zest. So try not to go too deep on these or you get the white part. Just only the surface part is all you want on these oranges to add to something that you're making. So bear with me in a minute and I'll try to get all the other ingredients together to show you. Okay guys, I'm going to use this type of milk, Almond Breeze. It's almond coconut blend. It's 60 calories per serving, it says. So also what I got here is I'm going to use about, pretty roughly about 10.5 ounces of that milk. And I've cut that orange half in two. It was a large orange. And I'm going to put the zest in the milk in the blender, and I'm going to blend it up to put in the cake. Okay, ingredients. Okay, I've got just a little piece of ginger that I usually peel and cut into pieces, and I keep in the freezer. So I'm going to use this much ginger for the cake and put it in the blender here. Okay, now I've got some different ingredients here that I'm also going to put in this. Cardamom, a pinch or two of that, and ground nutmeg, maybe a pinch of that. Cinnamon, a little bit more than a pinch, and a little tiny bit of ground cloves. And a little bit of this goes a long way, so don't overdo this, okay? All right. Okay, I had to get the measuring spoon and all that and kind of show you about what I'm going to put. About a half of 1/4 teaspoon of the ground cloves I'm going to put in here in the blender, okay? Now here's something else that goes a long way, ground nutmeg. So you don't need no more than just about the same amount of this, about roughly 1/8 of a teaspoon, or half of a 1/4 teaspoon, okay? Now the cinnamon, this is cinnamon verum powder. This is a different type of cinnamon than the regular cinnamon. This is something more, they say that's more safe for you. And a canela cayenne manis has got written on the back. So I had ordered this. I forgot exactly where. But anyway, use maybe roughly about pretty close to a rounded half a teaspoon of that, because that's going to give it a good bit of flavor. Now here's something else you don't want to use too much of because of the heat. Maybe pretty roughly about almost 1/8 of a 1/4 teaspoon, maybe a little less, okay? All right, let's get all this mixed up together and then we can see exactly how it's going to be, because I'm going to need to strain it, okay? Okay, I hope you can see this. I'm putting this through a fine sieve and I'm working it back and forth with a spatula until I get it all drained out in this right here. So you can probably, I don't know, I reckon you can see that in there. I'm getting the liquid out and straining it real good. I would put the pulp, but I've already put that piece of ginger. And I'm almost afraid that little piece of ginger, if I put the pulp part of that ginger in there, it might make it a little too too much heat or something in the cake, okay? So let's go with that, and I'll show you after a while. Okay, I've melted some homemade vegan butter here, and it's roughly about 1/4 cup. So with the juice, I'm going to pour this in with what I've got right here, okay? And now with that, I'm going to put about a little bit of vinegar, 1 teaspoon of vinegar, and I'm going to put it all in the mixer container right here. I've got some stuff here mixed up together in this bowl right here that I'm going to add to the other ingredients here that I got. I've got a big pinch of baking soda here in this. I've got 1/4 cup of cornstarch in this mixture. Okay, a nice pinch of salt, okay? Also, 3 tablespoons of baking powder. That seems like a lot, but normally it'll give more rise to the cake, and you won't tell it's even there, okay? All right, let me get all this mixed together in the mixer, and I will show you just a minute, okay? We're going to give this a stir and see. I've added also 3 cups of flour now, and all the other ingredients, and I've added 3 cups of Splenda, and just maybe a drizzle or 2 of the agave syrup in there to make it, make it good and sweet. So let me get it mixed up, and I'll show you afterwards. Oh wow, look at there. I finally got it. I had to add more of the almond breeze by Blue Diamond, the almond coconut milk, but did finally get it to a cake batter consistency. So I'm gonna pour it in this right here. I put oil already. So we're going to bake it up at 350 for how long it takes to get it ready. Okay. Hey guys, I found this in the back of the refrigerator. It's from where I made a other cake, and all it is sugar and coconut oil mixed together with some lemon juice in the bottle, and it should go excellent on top of this orange spice cake, I'm thinking. I've got this in the oven already, as you can see. Forgive me the dirty oven, but it's in there. It's in there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me get something in. See right there? It ought to be good too. I'm hoping. Let's hope, okay? Usually, I've got it in the back of my mind now how to make a cake, but they don't always turn out perfect, so edible. In some cakes, people put too much applesauce, too much oil, until it's so dense and so moist. It's actually too moist. But I'm hoping that this will turn out just about right, because I don't like to add too overly amount of oil to a cake. Okay, let's wait till it gets done and we'll see, okay? Hey guys, I got 36 minutes to go, but I thought it was pretty cool to let you look at this right here, And hold on, I want to show you how the cake is doing in here. It's rising in it. It's kind of lopsided, but it's rising. It's not rising all on one side. I don't know why, but sometimes that happens, But so far, so good. So we'll have to wait a little while longer. All right. As you see, this is just freshly baked. It's showing at 350, and it had about 11 minutes left on the timer from about 1 hour. So the cake, I've inserted a knife. It didn't bake exactly level as I would hope it wouldn't be. But we're going to put it over here and let it cool real good. Make sure it's all okay, and we'll look at it a little bit later. Okay, guys, there's my orange zest cake. It's still hot. I don't want to top it with anything right now until it cools. But as far as I know, that's got it, okay? And I mean, you know, that's about the best I can do. It rose crooked on one side, but there's cake. And I can even turn it around. It might look better that way. I'm not sure. It looks like one-sided cake anyway. It doesn't always, like all cakes, they don't always do exactly like you want them to do, you know. Sometimes if you don't add the right amount of sweetener and stuff, it doesn't kind of turn out right? So a lot of you know that already. So here's the cake so far. So we will come back later and we will put just a little bit of icing on that, okay? All right, bye-bye. Okay, guys, I've got to frost, let me see. I got to frost this cake here with this lemon icing I made. Okay, a bit of a cake, but here we go. We're going to give it a try, and we're going to pour it on here. And we're just going to spread it. It has coconut also in this icing. So, yeah, we got something good here. Coconut, sugar, lemon, all kind of good stuff. So, we will get to spread this all over the cake. Come here. It's not a great bit. And we get to try. Okay. There we go. It's not such a thing. I think I'm just going to leave it like it is. It didn't have a whole lot of icing, and I didn't allow this to cool as much as it ought to. But I can't wait, you know? I've got to get this in my mouth right away, you know? Okay, well, we shall try it here in just a minute. Put that up, and hold on, we'll take slice. Okay, here comes the moment of truth. Cake goes in mouth, and we get to try this good cake now. A little warm, if I don't spot it. It's moist. Not bad. Pretty good. Got good flavor. Tastes like orange. Okay. Well, that's it. If you want to make the cake, I kind of showed you how. Okay, bye-bye.